Hello there, this is Timothy Lunn, and this is Anime in UK, where we take a British look at the world of anime.
And this is Rebecca, and I also take a look at the British world of anime. And I also keep certain people in check.
As you say tonight, we don't actually have any guests. It's the first time in a while we've not actually had a guest on the show. Feels
about a good few months.
Yeah, a good few months. We've had lovely Harriet and Chris. We actually did ask them both to come on back on tonight, but both of them are busy. Chris said he was doing his hair, which is a bit hard. No, Chris actually did have a legit good reason.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, it's just the house tonight.
Yeah, just us two. I guess we're going back to basics after. I mean, I think after the mad 2 months we had, I think maybe going back to some basics may actually be a good idea.
Especially since we've got some mad stuff to come.
Yes, of course. We have London Film Comic Con, which I think they just announced the Genshin Impact store. So that's going to be a massive line. Then a few days later, I am shooting off to Paris for Japan Expo, which is very exciting.
You'll be back at Superhero 5.
Oh, don't worry. I already seen. I think one of the really good Hololive fan artists is going to be there, and I've seen the keychains he's selling. They look amazing. Ooh. He's got keychains of all the first gen of the EN girls, and they look really good. Almost professionally done. Of course, it's a fan artist, but really good art. So I'm yeah, I'm definitely picking one of them up for Rebecca when I go over. But yeah, no, it's really cool. Did you see they announced the One Piece Red stall at the convention?
That looks good. I don't think they'll have an screening of the film.
No, I don't think so, because Anime Expo is just in the next few days.
No, Anime Expo is this weekend.
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
and we'll probably get a lot of news this weekend. Of course, I think they've earmarked the new Bleach trailer for this weekend and the new Chainsaw Man trailer.
Yes. Even though we are getting a Chainsaw Man event at Japan Expo, so if we don't get it there, we'll probably get it at Japan Expo. The one rumor I did hear is there may be some new Dragon Ball, not outside the superhero movie, a new television series of Dragon Ball. I'm hearing the rumor, and I
wouldn't be surprised. It does make money, and I have seen it on certain rumor sites.
Yeah, and so that's going to be.
I mean, they're relatively close to confirming one rumor.
Yes,
but that hasn't got. But that's only just been announced.
Yeah, but yeah,
editing Tim can edit out about the MASH anime.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see what comes the next week. No, maybe we'll do a post Anime Expo if there's any big news to see. It's just that we can't go, but as I said, I'm at Japan Expo. One of these years I'll get to Anime Expo. But the problem is it's always Japan Expo so near, and that's massive.
And also, Anime Expo is queues on steroids. Yeah. And we're Brits, and even though we like to queue, how would you like to queue in the blazing heat outside?
My tip is get there super early where it's not as hot. Actually, no, I got something. Oh, I think it's bloody in the other room. I would have brought it out. I got this I have that neck fan.
Yes.
I recently bought a new version of it, and it's literally an air conditioning, almost like a mini air conditioning unit that sits on your neck. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've got a little. Mum bought me a little tower fan. It's like my old fan was a bit getting on in its age, so got a little tower fan.
Yeah. No, I bought two because I'm just Japan Expo is going to be. Japan Expo is just always a million degrees, so I'm just
it's also by my sewing machine, which is quite handy because I need to decide what I'm going to sew for Kitta soon.
Ooh.
And it's quite hot when you have a sewing machine on all the time.
Yeah. Oh, I got to make my other Spy X Family cosplay because I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I need to decide. I need to fix up my yaw. Well, I don't need to do much sewing on the yaw, but see whether I want to do the handler or not.
I think I'm going to be Agent Scruffy.
No Penguin Man.
No Penguin. Who knows? I'll have a look at all his. Right, shall we talk about our first thing today, which is...
Yes.
We have confirmed at last, and even though I think it has been out online, the Fruits Basket prequel has a UK cinema release, and it's only been shown dubbed, which is odd, I guess, for all you people who have watched it subbed. I did actually watch Fruits Basket dubbed, because I watched the original. I mean, we did a whole episode on Fruits Basket, so we all...
Yes, we did. So I thought it would have been...
Yeah.
I thought it would be a good bit of...
Yeah. I mean, we haven't really... I will admit, the last few months we've not really had any anime films in the UK cinema, which has been a bit weird, because we've had so many. I think there's one coming out tomorrow, but they're not showing it out.
Is that the Deer King one?
Not Deer King.
No, Pompo.
Pompo's coming out tomorrow, but it's not at my local cinema. And I'm just a bit like, I'm not traveling.
Yeah, I think probably like they're going to save as much screening as possible for 4 or whatever.
Yeah. I know the Minions 2.
And Minions.
Minions 2. You're going to go and see Minions 2?
Maybe. Or just wait till it's on Netflix.
And so Minions 2 is coming out. I may actually
all the kids will be going to buy. Yeah. All the kids will be there.
I don't know.
I think they actually put like the opening bit on about with the Office parody.
Oh yes, I saw that. That looks funny. I don't know. One of those things is just a guilty pleasure of mine. I think I've seen all the Despicable Me. I don't know why I go.
I love those films.
They're not good. They're not great. But I just like, they're just a guilty pleasure of mine. They're like, they're
not
good. They're
the best films in the world, but they're bloody good.
They're just, that's what I'm like. They're not good, but I'm like, I just can't. I'm turning into one of those like people who just, those minion mums who just I don't overly like the Minions that see, but I just like, and it's just such an inoffensive franchise. I'm just like, I have a good time. It's like Lightyear, I have no interest in seeing that. It's boring as hell. At least the Minions kind of know what they are. It's just like cheap entertainment. It's just the kids like them. It's good fun. Oh, and I think they're gonna be at London Film and Comic Con. You remember they were at MCM that one time? It was like the official. Yeah, do you remember the time it was at MCM and they actually had the official mascots?
I've been there loads of times.
Yeah, it was great. But I remember like how big that meet and greet line was. It wasn't as big as Trash Taste, but it was big.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun though.
I'm still thinking about those Minions Haribo, which.
Oh no! Did you see what they brought out? You know, the ones we like, I'd seen the bag. But I haven't seen it in person. You know the drumstick Chewies?
Oh, I think I've seen that around.
Yes, there's a minion variant of that at the moment. So I'm looking at that because I'm like, I need all my drumstick Chewy like variants tried. So yeah, so of course Fruits Basket Prelude is coming out on the 20th and the 21st. Dubs only for some reason. Bit weird. I don't know if this is some part of how they could get the license or something. I guess this is now that it's Funimation is practically dead, and that's Crunchyroll. Yeah. I guess different things because this was like Funimation's like pet projects getting Fruits Basket.
Yeah,
like I think they pretty much funded this entire thing.
I think the CEO of Funimation is crying in their underwear.
Yeah, he's going, no, my baby is now with them. And literally, because no, it was interesting. I did go to an influencer event just before this all happened for the Second Hero Academia, and it was funny that someone was actually asking. They were saying, in America they got the Fruits Basket like first 2 episodes in the cinema. Why didn't we get that? And even like the lady at the time, because this is when it was Manga Entertainment still, she's like, oh yeah, we wanted to do something like that, but we just couldn't like quite get it off the floor.
I think now that I think probably weren't sure of the audience, but now that there's a big audience of manga and anime, they probably could get it off the floor a bit more. Yeah, I think just look at your local like local bookstore and see how much their manga shelves have expanded. I mean, that's proof in the pudding.
Yeah, I mean, you saw my local one. Literally
Yeah.
now you know where all the graphic novels were. They just got rid of that. And it's just like goes all the way around. It's actually quite because I know someone who works in the Waterstones, and he's just like he was saying for me for ages ago. Yeah, we've just been told to like expand the manga section, but I think he did say it's one of those things. It does go in stages. There will be It did now is as I say, it is actually it's quite an exciting time to be making like content. Because it's like, I think it's more the potential. This is like, I want to duct tape. Is this just
like the second boom?
Yeah. Is this going to be like, this is it? This was just the beginning? Or are we going to look back at this in a few years' time and go, hey, remember that time we thought we were, and just everything sort of flopped again? We should have a long history of like, this is it. This is going to be good. This new project will get us off the ground. And then it just flops. It's like Anime Central, the television channel, Tsunami, when Jetix showed a load of anime, and you're like, this is it, we're finally hitting the big point, boys, and then they would turn around and go, actually, no, we would rather show episodes of Parker Lewis Can't Lose. And you're like, no one wants to watch Parker Lewis Can't Lose. And it was at a time when no one's nostalgic for Parker Lewis Can't Lose yet. Yeah, that was Toonami. No joke. The UK version of Toonami dropped most of its anime to show the classic 90s series Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Spoiler, Parker Lewis lost pretty heavily. Right, shall we go into our main thing today? Which is, of course, the summer anime season, aka the season where mostly I feel like studios dump the stuff they don't want.
Well, with how loaded fall is, then
yeah, I will admit that. I think there may be a few sort of people who may have been thinking of going for fall and went, "Oh, do I really want to go up against Chainsaw Man? No, I don't want to go up against Chainsaw Man."
So they just bumped it to winter instead.
Yeah, they've just gone. Yeah. No, this last season was pretty good. I actually ended up enjoying Tamagotchi game quite a lot. I'm still watching it. I'm not up to date. Enjoy Spy X Family a lot.
Yeah.
What did you watch?
Right.
What did you end up?
I think I only ended up watching all of Spy X Family, to be honest.
Really?
I'm probably going to end up binging all of Shield Hero now, but it's all out.
Shield Hero is a good binge show. Binge Shield
Hero.
Yeah,
Shield Hero looks like a binge.
Gumi-chan can't communicate. Binge. I would binge season 2 of that. I would finish up watching Tamagotchi game. In fact, it kept my interest, and we were when Chris was on the show, we were saying it's even going to be like a few episodes and give up. I feel it had a good enough premise to like. It made me go, I want to know what happens to these characters. Right. So, shall we have a look at what's coming?
Should we just do it?
Yeah.
From the top.
From the top.
It's not much. There is a lot of long-awaited sequels here.
Yeah. The first one, I'm really shocked. It's one of those shows where you just presume they'd never make a sequel, but they did.
It's like also the season of memes. This is one of them.
Yeah. Of course, it's The Devil is a Part-Timer, season 2.
How many years have people... This is like... sequel probably 10 years in the making. Literally.
But the question is the audience still there? Has the audience moved on? And where's my High School of the Dead sequel? If you're freaking giving this a sequel.
I think the original author is
I know the author sadly passed away. But I think there was still enough content for season 2. We could
I'm sure they could... I think the popularity of that had tanked after the initial...
Yeah, true. It's like... I remember, I think I saw one episode of Devil's Part-Timer and really didn't think a lot of it. It was a long time ago. Did you ever watch it?
No, but I heard it was really good.
Yeah, I know people liked it. People liked it. So, if you liked it, good for you. I mean, I may try watching it again sometime. But yeah, next one's the one I'm looking forward to, and I know Rebecca will say I have horrible taste. Is of course Rent a Girlfriend's second season. Yay! I actually, The first season was actually a guilty pleasure of mine. I actually did enjoy it. I know that sounds very ironic, but I actually did enjoy the first season.
That's because your taste is a bit trash at times. Bad dumb.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed the first season of Rent-A-Girlfriend, and yes, I'm very much looking forward to seeing the second season. I actually did. I think it was one of those series I thought it was going to be something like as we talked about Devil's Part-Timer, where I'm like, yeah, you'll just never get a season 2. You're just going to wait anyway. But no, they're giving us a season 2 in pretty fast time. I wonder if they're going to animate the meme.
I don't know.
I think they're not that. I think there's still quite a bit to go before they animate the meme. So we're not going to get the meme animated. But yeah, so he hopefully will not be getting that sinking feeling.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. I mean, I admit the show's probably trash, but it has Subaru from HoloLive.
She looks like Subaru. She probably isn't Subaru.
He isn't Subaru. Subaru actually someone has like asked her on stream saying Subaru, is this you? And she's like, wow, it does. Like even like I think Subaru has a swimming outfit, and literally her swimming outfits, she wears a bow just like the girl in and it's like that's scary how much alike they look. But maybe this will make them make like a proper HoloLive anime that isn't a 3D animated one with lots of memes in it.
I mean, if it makes enough money, I mean, Yago would have to probably do a bit of sub-licensing.
Oh my god.
Or whatever HoloLive alternative actually is.
I hate to think what HoloLive alternative is going to be, because if it's a game, how addictive I got to Holo Cure. If it's something, Holo Cure is so damn good. I just can't stop playing it. I just every so often just like, it's such a simple game though. It's like nothing to it, but I'm just like, this is so addictive. I've unlocked half a cancel.
Excellent.
That's how much I played. I've unlocked half a cancel. I haven't unlocked Crony yet. I want to unlock Crony before Crony unlocks Crony, and just send a picture going, ha, I unlocked Crony before you unlocked yourself. But yeah, no, yeah, so yeah, no, so Holo Cure, if you've not seen it, it's this really amazing HoloLive fan game.
Yeah,
lots of people, I think like everyone on HoloLive is playing it. Like people on my Facebook feed are playing it. It's like everyone who has a Windows computer is playing it, because that's the only thing you can unfortunately play it on at the moment, and some people don't have one. A certain co-host of mine doesn't have one of them. Don't worry, you'll get your revenge. There'll be something on Mac that you'll be able to play and that I will want to play. Oh no, there is. I realised there actually is something on Mac I want to play. I want to play the new King of the Hill kart racing game, and I can't. Because it's on like Apple Arcade. So there you have.
I can get Apple Arcade, and if you ask very nicely, I'll.
So you can go and play the King of the Hill kart racing game.
Yeah, like, and you're probably like going, I go to Japan, like I've got the Japan Expo.
Yeah. Right, next one is Overlord 4. I get my room.
I still need to see the original one, even though this is on the Overlord cat is on Isekai Quartet. But this series, people have been begging me to watch.
Me too. I get asked at work. I get told at work to watch Overlord. As I said, it's one of those shows. I think I will watch it at some point. I just haven't personally got around. I do like the characters in the Isekai Quartet. But as I said, I haven't got around to watching it. But it's good. The more theories, it hopefully means it will be a good binge when it does eventually come out. When I do eventually come around to watching it. Right, then we're on to Made in the Abyss.
I'm still yet to see this, but this series has a huge fan base.
Yeah, I've not seen it either.
I think there's some elements I'd rather really like.
Yeah. I just said there's so much anime out there. You know what? I think I figured out one good thing that Crunchyroll or one of the streaming services need to do. And there were some services that are doing this. I think Paramount's doing this. What they should do is, I think Crunchyroll should have an option, should have some like live streaming TV channels, like an anime channel. You know what I mean? Whether they, and literally, I know Paramount does that. They have like streaming channels, and there'll be like one for action, one for like drama, one for comedy, and then there'll be like ones for an entire show. So there's like a SpongeBob one. So there is legit a SpongeBob channel. Paramount has created the SpongeBob channel, and I think maybe that's something that Crunchyroll maybe should do, is have like a few channels, like have a dub one, have a sub one, like have like best of shown, best of Isekai,
or do something like or have something like a block, like blind date with an anime, and like show a few episodes of a certain anime. It's like, hey, do you like this trope? And this sort of thing and this sort of thing.
That's sometimes
go at this certain time at this certain day, and you can have a blind date with.
Because I remember the last time I was in Japan, I remember just watching like Tokyo MX at night and stuff, and it was like almost like a try before you buy type thing. I was just like watching parts, and I was like, oh, this looks like, I think Yantaman Nights. I'm like, oh, this looks really good. And then it was Mary the Virgin Rich. I was like, okay, that looks good. I ended up picking them both up when I got home, because I literally just watched like half an episode off of Japanese TV. So that's kind of like the nice thing sometimes. And now, as I actually do have Japanese TV here in my house, I picked up series purely because I happen to like catch half an episode on TV and be like, hey, this looks cool. And then I just check Crunchyroll and say, oh yeah, it's on there. I think that's kind of a thing. I just would like Crunchyroll. I would definitely, I watch those channels a lot. I guess you could say, oh, not enough people would watch them. But it's kind of like, I know people do stuff like that legally, and it's like if some guy in a basement can easily do it, no offense, I think Crunchyroll would be, it could be quite just easy to set up. It's like just setting up a
just they got to pay, they got to probably pay their guy in the basement about £5.
Yeah. As I'm saying, Crunchyroll doesn't always have the best reputation for paying its staff the right amount of money. But it's just one of those things. I just think it would be it could be a good way to watch anime. I know it's like, that's not like just going back to watch on TV, but I kind of like experience and stuff. Like even this now, I'm like, all I got to thingy it by is like a little image. Like my new favourite show of all time could be one of these things, or a really underrated show. But am I going to tell it's an amazing show just by looking at one really small image of, probably the most generic like anime poster ever? Exactly. It's kind of like
it's like all those weird Toko Natsu shows that's on that Toei channel.
Yeah.
How many we had to look up?
Yeah, because we that's one of the channels we like watching, is the Toei channel, and they just show loads of 70s like live action tokonatsu. And it just means some of it's just so, and it's just like, you don't even need the subtitles. It's just like so like energizing to watch. And
it's like, if there's like a Japanese show you can watch, a Japanese show you can kind of watch out subtitles, then it's most definitely tokusatsu.
Yeah, I did that. I've done that with a load of Kamen Riders. I've just like, when it's been on like, I think not the Toei, there's another channel that shows it, but they were like showing marathon. I mean, they're just showing a marathon of 01. So they're like watching 10 episodes of Zero. I don't think I've seen a single episode of 01 subtitle. But I was like, wow, I'm actually really into it. This, like, I could half tell what was going on. And I'm like, I really want a figure of the robot girl really badly. That would be one thing I'll be looking out for in Japan, is a figure of the robot girl from 01. The android, I don't know her name. It's funny because my friend who's into Kamen Rider told me her name, and he was like, it's that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm watching it without subtitles, so I don't know her name. Right. The next series is something that, Rebecca, I'm sure you're watching, Tim, but I'm actually 2 seasons behind.
You sure are?
I'm sure. Is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon season 4?
I'm just surprised that you're really behind.
I'm really behind. I'm sorry. I love Hestia to pieces, but I'm just really, really behind on that show. I'm
sure she's really disappointed in you.
She probably is. Oh, well. Another Isekai series that is up to season 4. It seems like a lot of Isekai series are up to season 4. Actually, no, it's not an Isekai. It's that weird thing. It's actually not an Isekai because they're all from that universe. It does feel like one of those shows. It should be an Isekai. It's not quite an Isekai because it said nobody's been transported to this world. Isekai just do weird things to your brain. All these Isekais. Right, we got Classroom of the Elite season 2. Didn't see season 1.
Nor did I. A few people were happy to see this, but I have not seen the show.
Call of the Night. I'd say this is the problem when you're just looking at a poster. Like, this show could be amazing, but I'm just looking at a poster. It seems like a typical middle school. Because he has a lot.
This is like a vampire. This sounds like a vampire show. This sounds interesting-ish.
Okay.
But I do think it does. But we haven't. Yeah. We haven't really seen them. There hasn't. I mean, like, I think vampires are slightly coming back.
I think everything will come back at some point. I think that's how the world works. Everything goes in a circle. Everything comes back.
It looks a little bit generic, but I do think it's like this weird, like, boy meets weird girl sort of show.
One of them.
Sometimes they're good. Sometimes.
Yeah. I said you don't. I think there is a preview, but no, it's not a preview for this. Oh no, is there? No, there is a PV for this, but I can't show it because I'll get copyright striked, and I don't want this channel to get copyright striked. Again. And that looks like a potential. I think so far the only thing I'm going to watch as it goes out is so far Rent-a-Girlfriend season 2.
Because you're trash.
Anything so far you're going to watch as it goes out yet, Rebecca? Or
not really.
Not really. The next one is when will Amayu make his move? This looks like another Jim America's anime.
Yeah.
It just looks like on a whim quits the kendo club to join the
Shogi's like I think Shogi's something like a chess.
Yeah, it's like the chess. I know what shogi is. It's like that thingy chess that they play on Japanese television all the time. No joke. There's like shogi channels and everything. I see. So it is he quits his life as a kendo, like, as I guess you like the idea of a samurai, and then he's like thinking this more strategy based new one, really underrated anime. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Bamboo Blade Babe.
I thought you were trashing that last time I saw you.
Is that the... Wait, are we thinking of the same series? You know, the one where they join the kendo club? It's about a girl's kendo club. It's actually really good.
Yeah, Bamboo Blade's good, but there was something else you were having a go at.
I think it was something else. I think pretty highly of Bamboo Blade. I don't think I would criticize. You're thinking it was something very, very similar. But no, Bamboo Blade is actually a very good series, very underrated. If I ever do a top 10 list of underrated animes, that has potential of sneaking in there somewhere. Because I think there's a lot of very underrated animes, so I don't know if it quite made the top 10, but it potentially could. But yeah, this looks like, I guess it's saying we've only got a poster to look at.
It does look quite generic.
Yeah. I just looked at the title of the next thing. I'm just like, oh dear.
Oh,
my stepmom's daughter is my... Moving swiftly on.
Yeah, this is probably... this is going to get angry. This is probably going to get angry angry threads on certain sites.
Yeah. Right, moving on. My Isekai Life.
I gained the second character class, and...
How many Isekais are we getting this season?
Loads. I gained the second character and became the strongest sage in the world.
I think there's just too many Isekais. I said it, I'm sorry, I'm being controversial. I know I'm just trying to be the wholesome.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
like let's just shove our Isekai shows in the summer because there's.
Yeah.
You don't want to go up against Chainsaw Man.
No one wants to go against Chainsaw Man
else.
and Spy X Family Part 2. Yeah, no. I think we're getting a lot of Isekai because people are just like. Okay, so everything now is just like the next show is like Isekai. There's one good looking Isekai in this list, and we'll get there. And it has potential.
The girl this Harmon lab in another world looks like she's got big boobs. This looks like a trash show.
It definitely looks like another trash show. As I said, it's just like they're like just stick all the Isekai in the summer. We've ordered too much Isekai. We need to pitch it somewhere. I mean, this is the weird thing. Like, you can go back and look at like anime seasons back in the 90s. It will show you like you can get a chart like this going like all the way back to like I think the 70s. It's funny, if you go back to like the 90s ones, if you go to the summer seasons in the 90s, no joke, all of them would have 2 shows on it.
Yeah, this probably looks like some sort of guilty pleasure show. More. It looks like a guilty pleasure show, and probably something. It probably sounds quite hilarious to watch because like the studio's done some trashy and some guilty pleasure shows.
Yeah, as I said, this does look like has the word ecchi like in red, so I think that's kind of like grown ups only, please.
This is the same studio that did that Interspecies Reviews that got banned on Funimation because it.
I never watched it, but I heard stories. One of these days, I'll watch it as a thing. I am.
It's hilarious.
I think it sounds like one of those things. It's so bad it ends up being good again.
Hilarious. All right, moving on.
We're beyond the Isekais now. Shadow House second
season. I didn't see the first season, but I know a lot of people like the first season.
I like even the people who write in like this. Not this is like second season of Shadow. No other explanation. Just second season. I can't be bothered to write anything else.
Here's an old trope here.
Yeah.
Romeo and Gold, Magic School.
God, that character looks so much like Misato from Evangelion. And then I realised the girl on by her side looks a bit like Oscar. And
she looks too Genki to look like Oscar.
Oh my god! Wait a second. Yeah, she looks like the cute Oscar. Okay, now I'm looking at this. The guy looks like Ray. I can't unsee this, Rebecca. I
wouldn't be surprised if there's someone somewhere out there has been the Evangelion Magic School fan fiction or fan manga or fan whatever.
And they had to slightly rewrite it to release it. It's just like I can't unsee it now. It's like Ray Misato and Oscar in some magical school. I mean, the Evangelion franchise. The thing I'm thinking about the Evangelion franchise is they left television alone. They go, we're never going to like make anything that good ever again. Let's just accept that. They can do what the heck they like with the manga, do the heck they want to do with the figurines. Just don't make a television series about it. And I'm okay with that. As long as they don't make a god-awful, like, Evangelion, like, gacha game-related anime series. Do whatever you want in the merchandise. Do whatever you want in the manga. Just keep it away from me. Yes, it does feel very early 2000s. Something like Negima.
I mean, like, I don't think magic schools are quite coming back yet.
Yeah. Never know, just be a trailblazer.
Right. I mean, like, alright, this image looks a bit dodgy.
Which one's that? Is this the next stuff?
Engage Kiss.
This
looks dodgy.
Engage Kiss. Mega Slopes, Metropolis Energy shoes a young man who owns operates a small business in there. Well, that's just fantasy owning a business in this time and age. So A1 Pictures, they make something good, don't they?
They were the generic studio. They were like the generic to good studio, but then they did Saw on Fairy Tail and Margie.
Oh yeah. That's what I knew. I heard them from somewhere. But yeah,
they did loads of decent stuff.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember hearing the name A1 somewhere, and yeah, so this show looks like it could be entertaining. Shows you how like the summer season is just like I'm trying to. This is meant to be the wholesome channel. I'm struggling to like.
This episode is most certainly not wholesome.
Not trying to be wholesome. It's just us going. Well, it's not very good this summer season.
You show me just too much King of the Hill.
Too much King of the Hill. Right, the next one's an interesting one. Even though I've not watched Ruby in a long time. Yes, it's the Ruby anime.
Who's still interested in the Ruby?
Oh, it has its fan base. It has its fan base. I mean, I watched, I think, most of the first season. It was cool. Did I ever tell you the time I actually met Rooster Teeth at MCM?
Yes, I think I told it, but if you want to tell it to the people at home.
Shall I tell it to the people? Shall I tell it? Right.
Yeah.
This is Comic-Con about 2008 and 2009, I think. I don't think I met you yet, but definitely. So Colonel Sanders hasn't happened. I like the fact someone recognised me as Colonel Sanders on this channel. That's kind of weird. I go to MCM Expo, as that's what it was called back in the day. And literally, I'm there with my sister and her future husband. But he wasn't a future husband at the time, she says. So literally, we're there. And he's a massive Red versus Blue fan. Like, to the point that he bought the DVD with him. And this is 2009. He bought the DVD. So he had like all imported and stuff. So Rooster Teeth were going to be there with the stall. Now this is a lot earlier on. This is before MCM would invite internet guests as guests. You know what I mean? If they were normally there, they'd normally have a stall. I mean, I remember the first time Ashens was there. He just had a normal stall. And they actually wouldn't let him in because he came there one day late. And I thought I'd never get to meet Ashens, but I did, and it was so awesome. But yeah, so what happened is we found their stall, but there was nothing on the stall. And it was the three of them sitting there. And I'm gonna admit this. I really haven't watched a lot of Rooster Teeth. Ruby is probably the most of their material I've seen. And I'm pretty sure Monty was there. So that was kind of cool. I said, unfortunately, Monty is no longer with us. So actually, it was kind of cool that I got... And he did the Final Fantasy videos, those really good ones back in the day. And so what happened is the Rooster Teeth boys, they brought all their stock over, but Customs had, like, claimed it all. And I think what was happening, they were just sort of sitting there going, oh God, what do we do? Like, we have nothing to sell. Like, and so what happened is, Michael's just the biggest, like, Rooster Teeth fan at the time. And he's like, no one's like at the store. And he just sort of goes, he has this like little, he just sort of goes marching up to the store, like brings my sister, me. And he's just like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you and stuff. And I will admit, they were really friendly. They were like telling us about the situation, and we were like, oh no. We had like a good 10-minute chat. And they're really nice. And it was funny because he sort of pulled out the DVD because they was like saying, oh no, like we'd sign something, but we don't. And he's like, I have the DVD here, like sign the DVD. And they did. They were extremely nice. Really cool guys. And it was just like, and then we left, and then he just turns to me, goes, Timothy, why aren't you like fanboy? And I'm just like, I'm really sorry. I've not seen any of these guys' material. I respect them. I understand like they're well known. It's a bit hard to fanboy over something I haven't seen yet. And then they came back like years later, and it's like nuts how big their lines got. Like, and I was always, when I walk past it, I go, wow, I met those guys before, the first time they came and like had a full like 10-minute conversation. Like, these guys now wish they could, there's no way they could, like when we met Trash Taste, he was very fast moving. They had so many people like to meet, but it's just weird, we go to last MCM and how mad all those Trash Taste lines got. And it's just to think, like, back in 2009, you literally could just go up to someone and, like, you knew from the internet and having, like, a nice sort of 10-minute conversation about, like, their stuff all getting seized and, like, all the shows they liked. So I think I always, like, look at Rooster Teeth and I just always remember going, yeah, I remember that. You guys seem really nice. So, I'm not a big fan of you for killing Screw Attack, but, bygones be bygones. Right. The next show looks amazing.
Yes, we'll just watch the trailer for this.
Yeah, Rebecca introduced me to this. You do it. You introduced everyone to it. You get that.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Isekai Oji-san, or Uncle from Another World. 17 years ago, Takafumi's uncle fell into a coma, and now he's back like a man visible in a grave. Soon, Takafumi discovers two bizarre things. His uncle treasures video games above all else, and while comatose, he was actually transformed to another world as some heroic guardian. Now, not only does Takafumi have room to with an uncle who's literally magical, he also has a catch a grasp on 2 decades of history. Smartphones, high-speed internet, modern anime tropes, and the traumatic outcome of the 90s console war. This sounds hilarious.
Sadly, it's in Netflix hell, I understand.
Netflix yeah, so got to wait.
Yeah.
Got to wait 2 weeks. Got to wait 2 weeks after the premiere to actually watch it, hopefully.
Yeah.
But this is like, yes, this is interesting.
I mean, the garbage so far, I'm like, Rent a Girlfriend Season 2. And probably this is going to be my pick-up, and everything else is like, I may watch Love is War at last. Because that's like...
Yeah, loads of people I know have just gone mad over that show.
I actually do want to watch that. So that may be...
meant to be really good.
So I think this season is going to be the catch-up season. And I think there's about 1 or 2 other shows potentially on here that I may give a go at.
There's a couple of other shows on here that I wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah.
Maybe another 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But those two aren't. Yeah. Like one's another one's Netflix. I think it's coming out September, but we'll get to that eventually.
Yeah. So this is like fun. I hope they're self-aware. I think if you're going to be an Isekai, you have to be self-aware now. I think the Isekai trend is, unless you're one of the big boys or you're just absolutely amazing, I think the market's so full now. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle. Right. What's this next one? The maid I hired recently is mysterious. I really don't know what to say. I think I've run out of things to say about anime.
Yeah, someone's guilty pleasure.
I'm sure it's someone's guilty pleasure. I like maids. I'm just.
Maids are good.
This anime season's just got me a bit like we're just doing the same thing over and over again. The wholesome channel is slowly becoming not so wholesome.
And here I am looking at manga on Amazon.
Yeah, it's like we're already like making other plans for the summer. Like not, of course, watching Isekai Uncle, but apart from that,
I've actually found the manga on the Big A.
Cool.
Do I buy some?
You should give it a go. It's just like, it's hard. It's hard being wholesome on this. This world of.
Are we going to become an Isekai Oji-san channel now?
You're an Isekai Oji-san channel. We just talk about Isekai. It's just everyone tells us we're wholesome and we have to do it.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, this looks like half interesting.
Oh, this looks fun.
This is potentially like I as Chris said last time, the free in and how it goes. You accuse a guy to babysitting. Yeah, that looks funny. That looks original, kind of. You know, I think there's that one where there's like about the Yakuza guy being a house husband, but it just looks like it could be fun. At least this one's fully animated, and they could do some funny situation. Okay, now I just seen something that's actually put a smile back on my face. The next thing has put a smile back on my face.
The tags for the Yakuza thing are hilarious. Childcare and organised crime. What else? What more can you want?
Yeah. No, I'm feeling a bit more wholesome again. That thank you, Yakuza Guide to Babysitting. You've helped me find my faith again. One day I'm going to bring this up and go like, so how did you keep faith? And I just like, Yakuza Guide to Babysitting. Right. The next one, this has put a smile on my face. Tokyo Mew Mew New. That's classic. Be interested to see how this adaptation goes. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this. I think this could be the big hit of the season. Is that right?
This is probably going to be the big hit of the season.
This is probably the most exciting thing happening this season, except for Yakuza babysitting.
It's a guy, Grandpa.
Guy Uncle. Guy Grandpa. We need to make Rebecca. We need to make Isekai Grandpa. We need to make Isekai Grandpa a thing.
That'd be wholesome.
It'd be the most wholesome show ever. Of course, we got to make it the wholesome show.
Especially the Grandpa was like Mr. Rogers type.
Oh gosh, it's Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, the Isekai. I want to see that as well, even though we never got Mr. Rogers in this country. We did get Arthur though, so we got the episode where Arthur meets him. So I think that was about the most we ever got of Mr. Rogers in this country. Is a random character that Arthur meets. But yeah, Isekai Grandpa needs to happen. Would you write Isekai Grandpa for me? I would design the grandpa. Actually, I can write a plot synopsis for Isekai Grandpa. How hard could it be? I'm sure it's very hard to write a book.
Yes.
Even in Isekai, it's hard to write. 1,000 likes on this video and we'll make Isekai Grandpa there. I said it. Right, oh god, we're back into the Isekais.
Parallel pharmacy.
I think we're going to
After losing his little sister an incurable disease, world-based medical researcher Kanji Yakutani gave it all to curing patients that can start inventing new medicines. After working himself to unalive at the age of 31, the former pharmacist wakes up as a 10-year-old child whose body has been struck by lightning. Discovered he's been reincarnated into the medieval world as Foward, the child of the respected Medicis family. In a world where divine art, magic granted, guardian deities exist, Foward realised that his body is host of the guardian deity medicine. The boy has been granted the mystical divine arts of creation and destruction as well as the ability to instantly diagnose illnesses in people's bodies. He soon discovered the therapeutic medicine in this world. Only he was able to afford medical care, which is in the best and detrimental at worst. Using modern knowledge and his divine powers, Foward gradually makes name for himself as a pharmacist despite his young age, even earning the recognition of the imperial court. He finally acquired a full pharmacy of his own. The Sanctuary of Empire, making it accessible to all.
Thank you, Rebecca. It sounds like a bit like they're just making Isekai everything. I think we're going to be beaten to Isekai Grandpa at this point. So you better give us those 1,000 likes really fast.
Yeah.
Or we're going to have a lawsuit. I mean, if it probably wasn't for Isekai Uncle, this probably would look the most interesting Isekai related show on this list. But Isekai Uncle exists, so alas, this needs to be Isekai to a universe where Isekai Uncle doesn't exist. Yeah, as I said, there is just way too much Isekai. Next one is Black Summoner. I generally just don't know what to say. It looks generic as hell. You got anything interesting to say about this, Rebecca? God, I think she's like disappeared. Anything interesting to say about Black Summoner?
Moving on.
What's that?
Moving on.
Moving on, yeah, moving on. Lufica and the Biscuit Hammer.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
This looks interesting. Even though the animation janky as anything.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I want to watch this.
Yeah. I'm just getting my child.
This is a
something good.
This manga has a cult reputation.
Is it one of those good cult or bad?
Good cult.
That's good. Is it one of those? It could be a surprise hit of the season. That's what you're saying.
If people can look past the animation, yes. Because there's another show I enjoyed another show that the manga wrote. Because this is literally a 10-volume manga, but this is a few years ago now. But did you ever watch a show called Planet Wing?
Planet Wing?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen Planet Wing.
With.
Okay.
It's one of those weird shows that I like.
Yeah, you like a lot of weird shows. We were watching one of those weird shows you liked last time we were here. The one about the bear.
Yeah. But this is like...
Yeah.
But... It's like, I want to at least give Lucifer the Biscuit Hammer and anime a go.
Give it.
Because like some of the jokes in the trailer were hilarious.
Yeah. At least it sounds interesting. A lot of the anime on this list, I've just like been like, I'm struggling to say things about it. This next one is was it Rebecca? Please pronounce this.
Lycoris Recoil.
Thank you. I'm horrible at reading.
This looks cozy.
This does have nice designs. It's one of the more nicely designed things I've seen on this list.
It looks very cozy.
Yeah. Yeah, A1 Pictures again. I mean, if Crunchyroll have it on dub, I may give it a go. If not, I probably will just go next. Oh, look, another sequel to a long-awaited sequel to something that I've never seen. I can't pronounce it.
Uewatamaro Futop. Uewatamaro, Mask of Truth.
Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, I remember this back in the day. I never saw it. I remember the Mask Guy. Pretty sure Chris has cosplayed the Mask Guy.
Yes, so, he has.
If he was here, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm really excited for." I can't do a Brummy accent. I pretend I'm talking in a Brummy accent. Like, I'm really excited for this. The original is really underrated. That's the sort of thing Chris would say. And then he'd probably ripple me for liking Rent a Girlfriend and say that.
No, probably.
And then you could go, "Yes, Tim, you need to watch quality shows like this, not Rent a Girlfriend." And yeah, it's just weird that there's like lots of sequels to shows that you probably weren't expecting. And another sequel here, Orients.
Something we've actually watched.
Yes, the Battle of Akanari Island arc. I still haven't finished Orient. I did find it kind of mid towards the end, so that's why I kind of stopped watching it. I may try watching a few more episodes. Hopefully the second series. I mean, it was at kind of a slow point. A lot of show and series do that. So yeah, hopefully Orient's season 2 is good, or Battle of. talking of another season 2 of a show that I've seen the entirety of season 1 of. We've got Love Live Superstars season 2, of course, is on NHK, so that would be in streaming hell.
What?
We thought Love Life was in enough streaming hell over here. This one's going to be even more, because NHK are just, I think, notoriously bad at. NHK is the Japan equivalent of the BBC, and yeah, when it comes to streaming, they get really bizarre. Like, they make really weird agreements and stuff. Of course, we have an NHK channel over here. We have NHK World. But that's not the NHK Japan gets. That's like, it's like we produce BBC World, which the rest of the world gets, but we don't get. It's like a, sort of watered down version that doesn't actually show most of the good show. Yeah, I'm interested. I did actually enjoy what I saw the last season of Superstar. I actually do want to see what they do with the new girls. Are you excited for the second season of Superstar?
I've barely seen any of the first.
Yes, I think you only saw the first episode. I think I showed you the first episode. Where
I mean, there's another Love Live 1 series that's not on here, but that's only just really been announced that I kind of want to have a nose at.
Ooh, what's that?
They're actually doing a Sunshine spin-off.
Oh, is it about Mari?
I think it's a bit like a sort. Is it Isekai Love Live spin-off about in the Sunshine Girls?
Why must they?
They're all in fancy outfits.
Why must they make Love Live Isekai? And why do I want?
It's not quite an Isekai per se, but it's like in a fantasy world. Sunshine.
Fantasy world.
Look it up. Let me just look it up.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh.
Let me just
slowly losing faith.
Get no Yohei Sunshine in the Mirror.
Sunshine in the Mirror. Okay. Okay, Tim. Stay strong. Stay strong. How much of this list is there still to go? Oh god. Oh god, there's a lot more still to go.
You can do it.
I think we're going to start speedrunning some of this, because some of this is just a bit...
Bloomless Witches looks like Magical Girl Show by Shaft.
Oh, it's by Shaft.
Magical Idols.
Yeah.
I know some people will be into this show. Me 5 years ago would have been into this show, but now not so much.
Yeah. Dropkick
Another series that I haven't seen any of. Oh, hello.
Hello, here comes the good thing. Here comes the thing. Did you do your homework on this? I sent you.
I haven't done my homework yet.
You have not watched the first. You haven't watched Kamen Rider W yet. I do actually need to rewatch Kamen Rider W.
Yeah.
To get myself excited for this. This is an anime adaptation of, I think, the 2009 Kamen Rider series, or sequel, because this is actually a sequel to it, not an adaptation. Kamen Rider W. Actually, it's a follow-up. For those who don't know who Kamen Rider is essentially a lot like Power Rangers - Super Sentai, the show Power Rangers is based on. Actually, if you really watch lots of Power Rangers, remember Master Rider? Yeah, that's Kamen Rider. That guy, that Dex guy, that's Kamen Rider. And this is like a Kamen Rider way further. I think in the 2000s they brought it back. And yeah, W is a pretty bitching show. It's one of the really cool... so yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with it. Literally, when he transforms, it's like the two of them transform into like one together. But then his corpse just gets left behind and they have to find something to do with it. Yeah, no, this looks interesting. This actually looks like... it'd be interesting to see what they're doing with streaming rights for this, because I'm like... Will they dub it? Will anyone pick this up? Will everyone want...
It's weird, because, like...
Yeah.
The anime tokusatsu crossover isn't really too big.
I think it's...
I mean, there are people that watch tokusatsu.
Yeah.
But it's not as big as, say, anime.
Yeah, I think...
There's been a few anime inspired by tokusatsu properties, but...
I mean, we had Godzilla, the Godzilla one, that Godzilla thingy squads. Then we had the one you like, Gridman.
The Gridman universe, which is probably the most popular.
Yeah, I think
Tokusatsu-esque anime.
I think it's Bandai have come along and saw them make a load of money off of that. Like, we have a way more popular series than Gridman. We have the most popular Tokusatsu series ever. Let's make an anime out of it. And they've probably just gone through the list. Kamen Rider W. Oh no, no one like Kamen Rider W. I'm sure people like Kamen Rider Woes. Kamen Rider W. Congratulations, you're getting an anime. Yeah, no, W was one, and I think it was the start of that one because it comes after Decade. It's kind of the start of the. So maybe that's what they're thinking. They're like, if we do one on we'll do one on W. If that's popular, then we may do one on O's, and if that's popular, we'll do one on Forza, and so on. It'll just keep going, and then. So I think that's what they're trying to do with that.
Testing the waters.
Testing the waters. It's like. It'll be interesting. I hope it does come on some streaming service. I do want to watch it. I think
I want to watch it as well.
I think that could be a surprise hit in this otherwise absolute bleak season. And moving on,
that looks like futuristic samurais.
Pamela Doll, cute
girls, cute robot girls.
Cute robot girls. Oh, now we're getting to those weird 3-minute animes that are shown in between shows.
Yeah.
That aren't Molcar. Molcar is amazing. Just show Molcar in every ad break. Everyone will be happy.
Yeah. I think like that's another reason why people are shoving all the Isekai in the.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Molcar. No one wants to fight Molcar. No one wants to fight Molcar season 2. That's the real winner here.
Yeah. Season 2 is not out till fall.
Fall, yes. Matsumatsu. That they haven't even bothered putting a synopsis. Oh, look, an idol show. Nakatsuki Idol. Football show, yay! Princess Tennis is still not at Wimbledon. Come on, mate. It's on right now. You could have done a Princess Tennis finally goes to Wimbledon. Wouldn't that be good?
Yes.
But no, we have to go to another tournament we've never heard of. Then again, it may be licensing issues.
Captain Sebastian went to the World Cup at least.
Actually, didn't. He goes to like the under-22 World Cup that actually doesn't exist. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Even in that one they made for the World Cup, he's like the under-20. It's still like the Youth World Cup. So I think he plays the Dutch at some point, and it's actually real Dutch players he's playing against, which is weird because the Dutch actually didn't make that World Cup. But yeah, no, it's like I think he goes and plays for Barcelona, but they have to call it something else in the anime. But I don't think the newer anime gets to the Barcelona arc. He that's kind of the thing. I'm just like, come on, Prince Tennis. If it was Prince of Tennis goes to Wimbledon, I'd watch that. Is it that god awful weird looking 3D Prince of Tennis? And I say that because I got trauma from Berserk. Okay.
Let me just check the studio.
Is it? There's this new Prince of Tennis and it's all 3D, and I'm just getting Berserk flashbacks. I'm sorry. I'll see 3D in something. I get Berserk flashbacks.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay, that may have been something else. Okay, that's good. Because really, because the poster it's all 2D, so I'm just like.
Oh, this looks interesting.
Oh yeah,
it's by I think Science Saru animated. Cool. Science Saru.
Yeah.
Is trying to think who Science Saru's done a few they've done like Ping Pong. Keep your hands off the Isekai. Devilman Crybabies. I think
it looks interesting.
Masaki Yuasa's studio.
KJ Files. Oh, that looks like another Kaiju series.
Yeah.
It's like saying, Kamen Rider, you're not going to be by yourself this season. Tempen Explanation mark, explanation mark, explanation mark. I'm not going to do all those explanation marks. Okay, sounds fun. It's like about comedy. Could be funny. Could be worth a watch.
Daily life of another daily life of girls trying to be ladies show, which is where I'm selling your son.
Yeah.
Magical Academy. More idols.
Yeah. Magical Academy. Signpost. Extreme Hearts.
Kitties.
Cat.
A show with a cat.
A show with the cat. Card Fight Vanguard. Something Rebecca would probably like because it's about fat little animals, and Rebecca loves anything about a fat little animal. I'm sorry, it's a fact.
So yeah, that is true. Or like most animals in general.
Yeah. Chichas are
except wasps.
Don't like wasps.
No one likes wasps.
Hanachi-chan wash what?
Hanabi-chan wa okugachi, which I don't know what it is. Probably some shorts.
And
something which looks like a danmei, but
yeah, that looks like it looks like it's from China, or the animation.
Yeah,
CC, that's Chinese.
Yeah, it does look like some sort of danmei sort of thing.
Yeah, that's very popular.
Stupidly popular.
It is popular, so I can understand that. It's like I see so many cosplayers of it. So many cosplayers. Oh, I think probably one of the best things is in the online things. Something that someone actually asked us about in the live stream.
Yes.
Saying we were very excited for it. And I haven't.
I'm looking forward to this as well because I've seen who's I mean, it's a trigger show. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. This looks beautiful.
Yeah. So, yeah, that looks interesting. Just hope it's not as janky as the game.
Hopefully not. At least the animation will be fucking cool.
Yeah. Then we got Kaguragi Twins. This is this spin-off. I still need to watch the rest of that.
Still stupidly popular. It's really popular.
It is very popular. I can see why. Was it Yonan Yohen? Second season.
Yinyan Hongjian Shanjian Piang. I hope I haven't butchered this.
You're better than me pronouncing it, Rebecca. You're better.
This looks like another danmei.
Yeah, I think just danmei.
There's a lot. There's like a lot of the ONAs of danmei.
Yeah. That's probably them trying to get into the market. Yeah, lots of these just look like. Yes, they do. They're all probably a way to get into the market is to do it online. Maybe they found that a lot of people want to watch this sort of thing online.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the rest. I'm not going to go through the rest. I'm just showing it all on screen. Yeah, I guess if you're into this sort of thing, you're going to be very excited. Yeah, I guess it's interesting. I guess some interesting things. Maybe I'll check something out. If some comes available somewhere. Some of these look like they could potentially have some interest. So yeah, it is interesting to see. I guess another thing. So I'm down to the OVAs now, and I don't think I recognise anything.
No. They're probably not going to be easy to watch anyway because OVAs are notoriously hard. Notoriously hard. They're not as popular as they used to be.
No, I was saying back in the day. If you go back to like the '95 one, the OVA is like always like really long, and now it's like you barely get. Normally OVAs is like special episode that comes with the DVD box set to entitle you to buy the DVD box set, and you're like,
or like a special episode that comes volume of a manga, or like an extra like special edition comes with a DVD, of
right. Shall we do?
Loads of like manga in like the late 2000s, early 10s did that.
Yes, I remember that.
All right.
It was a good idea.
Right, it's time for another game, animeintheuk. We're at the movie section, and we're going to play the game. Will this show up in the UK cinemas?
So of course we got anime are definitely maybe at the film festivals and hell no. So those are the four things. One Piece film Red is a definite because
I'm looking forward to this.
They announced the French release date, and I think they've already said the rest of Europe will come. French release date is literally a week after the Japanese release date. Of course, Japan Expo, there will be a One Piece film Red stall there. So yeah, very bait and switch poster there. We know that Shanks probably won't be in it as much. You know, it's going to be about his daughter that we've never heard of before, and we'll probably never hear of again after this whole incident is over. Never be
people are already making you cosplays of Shanks' daughter Uta.
Actually, she does look really cool. I will admit that. For a movie, probably what will be a movie only character. She does actually. She looks like a cool movie only character. So I can't be too mad at them. Next one is Laid Back Camp, the movie. This did well. I see this potentially being maybe at the film festivals, like
film festival one night only special.
Yeah,
this does have an audience.
It does have an audience. It won't have a wide release. But yeah, definitely at Scotland Loves Anime, something like that. That's just been announced, but they've not announced what they're showing. So we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe we'll actually get to go this year. Next film I can pretty much confirm.
Yes.
The first one came out. The first one was actually pretty good. It literally is the rebuild of Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online, second Sword Art Online progressive movie. Yeah, the first one was actually really good.
Sword Art Online, actually a decent movie.
The first one
I haven't seen this one, but it's actually decent.
It's pretty much Osuna is now the main character instead of Kirito, and he literally goes back to the start. It's like a new. They pressed the restart button on everything, and yeah, I'm not going to spoil too much, but I will strongly recommend the first. I saw it at the cinema. It was really nice to go to my local cinema and be able to watch Sword Art Online, like by myself. I know there was one other person in the cinema.
It was probably by yourself.
No, there was one other person in there, so that meant I couldn't go Eren Yeager when the Funimation logo came up. Because I would have embarrassed myself in front of someone.
Don't you embarrass yourself anyway?
I know I do. Right, this next film, Natsu
no Tunnel Sayonara no Taguchi.
Yeah.
Maybe film festival.
Maybe though. I could see potentially Anime Limited going out with something like this.
Yeah.
This is more an Anime Limited special. They'll go, oh, this looks nice. We'll stick that out. Oh, it's done by Clamp for a second, but it's Clap.
This is the studio's Clap.
The studio's Clap. Imagine if Clap made a Clamp. It kind of writes itself. Okay, looks like an interesting. There's like I said, there's a lot of this sort of thing. I feel like Anime Limited tend to like to release. So I could potentially see that.
Like director's done a lot of storyboard stuff on like a lot of A1, like a lot of A1 pictures stuff. Like it's done a lot of stuff with the Persona movies.
Yeah.
And Persona shows.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Depends who you ask.
Yeah.
This next one I definitely think will probably be festival only. Was it
festival or maybe?
Oh no, then Violet Evergarden.
It's Kyoani.
Kyoani. I just remembered. Violet Evergarden got a wide release. Yeah, actually, I think this will get a wide release. Violet Evergarden. I've not seen the show yet, but
it's got pretty Archer boys on it.
Yeah,
of course, the girls and are gonna love it.
Yeah, as I said, I think I remember going. It was so weird. It was like literally about this time last year. It would have been this time next week, because no, it would have been on Saturday, because I remember it was the day England were playing in the quarterfinals of the Euros, and I went to Leicester Square because it's the only cinema showing it on Saturday because I couldn't see it on the Thursday. And everyone was in Leicester Square, like in their little England kits. And I'm like in my little England kit going to watch Violet Evergarden, the motion picture. So it was just weird. And then it was like, I literally got straight home on a train and just ended up going and watch it back at home. Yeah, that was a beautiful summer. But was it Backflip movie?
I've not heard of the original show, so most likely not.
Festival, probably. That feels
maybe.
Like maybe a festival.
It's like a gymnastics show.
Yeah, that's one of the gymnastics shows, isn't it? The only gymnastics shows I've seen is the one set in the early 2000s with the samurai guy, the guy who looks like the samurai. It was good. It's the only anime I've ever seen that makes a reference of Thierry Henry, but no joke, the dubbers F his name up so they pronounce it Henry. I just love that. It's just like, no, his name's Henry, not Henry. Drifting Home.
This is the same guy who did Penguin Highway, which I still have not seen.
I'm shocked you've not seen Penguin. I went to the screening where they had the author of Penguin Highway. And
Actually, I think because it's the guy who did Penguin Highway.
Yeah.
I think we're probably going to get limited release because
he came over for Penguin Highway to do like some special screen because Penguin Highway I think was shown as part of some weird like Japan Foundation thing. And I was even talking to Anime Limited, and I think they said they wanted to do a wider release, but I think Japan Foundation has kind of like got in there before. But it got a release, so
I could see this getting either film festival or wider release.
Yeah. 4th season of.
Probably not going to get that.
No.
Wait, it's Legend of Galactic Heroes, but they haven't shown the other Legend of Galactic Heroes stuff here.
No, so I don't think we're getting Legends. I think that's a no. Then we got, oh god,
Utano Prince Samba movie, Maggie Love Starish Tour, so probably not getting that here.
Probably not getting that. Then we got the, oh god, Susan. Even though recently that has actually got an English dub, but they skipped the first episode because of the copyright.
That very infamous first episode, which is hilarious.
It's actually hilarious. The only episode I've seen is pretty damn funny, but
but it was too hot for TV.
It was too hot. No, literally, there was too much copyrighted stuff they didn't own the rights to. So, like,
it's like Attack on Titan
and Love Life. They're like, you don't own the rights to that, and they're like, we don't care. Doing it anyway.
This is probably not going to get a cinema release.
Probably not. Maybe festival. Maybe. Then I thought it said G Gundam for a second. I was getting excited, but it's Gundam.
No,
G.
it's like these will probably get some sort of festival release because Anime Limited do a lot of Gundam stuff.
These will probably get some sort of release. Yeah, the Gundam movies normally get some sort of release. It's still bloody waiting for the one from last season. I want my bloody Thingy Island. I want my bloody like Lost Media movie. I want the movie. I want the Troll movie from last season. That's based on the original. Oh, why won't you give it to me? I can. The last one
is Delicious Party preview of the movie,
which we can tell you now, not a chance in hell. That's getting the cinema.
No.
We do have a friend who really loves this franchise, and I think even
a couple of friends actually.
A couple of friends, and I think they will know this was never, ever getting a cinema release because, well, I guess unless Glitter Force comes back, unless they want a Glitter Force reboot.
We've also got a few special TV episodes coming up.
Yeah. Very special episode.
I got Dr. Stone Rosie, which we did Bridgerton season 2 and season 3, which is coming out next year.
Yeah.
Which is good for fans of them. Will probably appear on Crunchyroll because Crunchyroll do like their Dr. Stone.
Yeah, so that will definitely be on. Yeah, that's good. So these are like the specials I call the getting you hyped for the next season special. DJ
double mix, which it's not too popular over here.
Yeah,
I think everything else is probably not. Bang Dreams got.
Yeah, got a
There's a bet.
Let's hope the animation gets better because God, I'm watching one of the later seasons. God, It was berserk level animation. And I mean the bad berserk, not the good ones.
Right. I got other bit else.
And then there's the unknown stuff. That's just like, this is due for a release, but no one has said anything. So, yeah. And I think that's it. We made it. We made it, Rebecca. We got through the entire summer season. That was an ordeal. I hope the full season isn't like that. I really don't. So yeah, I think looking at that, I think Tokyo Mew Mew New, Rent a Girlfriends, and of course Isekai Uncle are probably my picks.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see. Yeah, we're all waiting. I think it's. I just hope. I actually did order the first one with the manga off of Amazon.
You have ordered the first Isekai Uncle off Amazon.
Yes.
That's brilliant. Oh, and the coming.
That means that means I can get that second volume of Coach number 8 I was looking for.
That's good. That's good. So yeah, I'm gonna say Isekai Uncle, and yeah, and just watch a load of stuff I didn't watch this season because the rest of it's just Isekai rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably got to make cosplays a Kita, trying to decide what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and I got to finish my cosplay. I got a day off tomorrow, so I get to relax. Yay!
Yay!
That's why I recorded this tonight, because it's like the only day this week I'm not on a super early shift. Right, so that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun. It's good. It was good just the two of us again.
Yes.
Before we go, I should just remind everyone that we are on Twitter at animeintheuk, and of course we're on Instagram at animeintheuk0, and it's up here somewhere. And yes, anything you want to add before we end the show tonight?
I don't think so.
No, it's okay that we say our goodbye, and of course don't forget to subscribe if you want to catch our upcoming London Film Comic Con and Japan Expo videos. They're going to be very exciting. I hope.
I might not be in them.
You're gonna make. I think you're gonna make a cameo at least in one of the Japan Expo ones.
Yeah.
We'll call you in. We'll show you. You show you all the cool stuff. But anyway, until next time, I've been Timothy Lund.
I'm Rebecca.
And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.